The role of a social worker in the community is one that engages with families. It's one that educates and continues to make partnerships with different organizations and agencies. It supports families in ways that they may not be able to support themselves. Social worker highlights a family's strengths.
Sometimes we're just sitting down and we have our clients just venting to us. And sometimes we're just, that listener and just someone that could provide sound advice. So it's whatever the client needs, that's the role that we have to fill.
Basically, we look at families to see how we can help them, how we can ensure for child safety in the home, how we can make sure that the kids are getting what they need.
My name is Jasmine. I have been working with the department since 2014, and I have been a social service worker since 2019. Okay, why did I become a social worker? I mean, I never really had a desire to be one, truthfully. I was given an opportunity through the county's leadership program to be able to shadow the position of a child welfare worker, and I took it. I initially had thought that the social worker role was one that the society portrays, where you just take the screaming kid out of a parent's arms and they're crying and everybody's crying and you're just this bad person. But instead, through all the shadowing that I did do, was the opposite. A lot of the times the social workers were there providing different resources that the community hadn't heard of, that the families had no idea how to get themselves. They were able to help guide them and support them, and to me that seemed like an actual job that I felt I could do. I started the job, and once I began doing it every day, I loved it. Every day has been an experience. Every day I've learned something new. Every day I have felt myself learn how to work with different types of people. It's not always the easiest job, but the wins in this job carry a different type of weight. They are the memories that you hold on to when you do have a bad day. And those are the times where they make up for everything else. It's 100% the most rewarding job, because there's nothing better than when you receive a picture of a child later on in their life and they're just like, we just wanted to keep you in the loop how they're doing. Or you have a family who just reaches out and says, I just thought of you and wanted to say thank you again for the way that you just treated me. And that alone just forever holds me in this position.
My name is Lori Lee. I have worked for Santa Barbara County Department of Social Services for 19 years. I don't know, a light switch just came on and I was just like, oh my God, this is something I have to do. So I applied for the job, and it took a little while. I eventually got hired, and I've been with Child Welfare Services ever since.
My name is Stephen Thompson. I've been with the County of Santa Barbara for 5 years. I joined the military when I was 19, served 8 years in the Army, got out and moved back to Santa Maria, and I was just like, man, there was just a lot of crime going on, especially with the youth. So I was like, okay, what can I do? I want to help out. I want to serve. I served in the military. I found, pride and service in helping out others. So I started volunteering. I worked for a nonprofit, and I was working with youth, and I really enjoyed it. And my wife, she told me, hey, CWS is hiring, you should apply. And I was like, I don't know. So I was kind of like, I was really hesitant. So, I applied, and I was just like, hey, if I can help people out, if I can help youth out, that's something I want to do. Applied, I was hired, and my mind was just opened up, because I had no idea of how much, social workers did in CWS. It's not just one thing where this is all you do. There's a vast array of things, responsibilities that you have.
So we have social workers that work at the hotline. That's the intake, where people call and report any concerns of abuse or neglect. Then we have the social workers that do investigations. We have social workers that work in our voluntary program, where we work with a family voluntarily. And so then we have court social workers that write court reports and work through the court process. We have ongoing workers that help the family throughout the period of time when the parents are either trying to reunify with their children, or if they're trying to alleviate concerns that we have with children still in the home. If we have to remove the children and the parents do not reunify, then we have a permanency unit that works on getting the children into a permanent situation, be it with relatives or friends, other family members. If it's an older child, we also have a transitional unit that works with the older youth. We help them with getting everything that they need to become an adult.
So if you're looking to become a social worker and you have the heart to serve, do it. If you're willing to help the community and you want to serve people, it's right here. It takes a tribe to really take these kids and help them out. Unfortunately, some of these kids, they do need help. And if you have that heart and you have that ability and you want to do it, just come for it.
It is a great opportunity. It is an opportunity that will provide you so much if you allow it to. It's also what you put into it, and if you truly want to get an idea and have an experience of a lifetime, I would say definitely apply, try it.
Because you will never be more rewarded in a job than doing this job. It'll make you feel really good and really bad sometimes, but you know that what you're doing affects people and makes sure that you're keeping kids safe.